If you're not slaughtering the sacred cows in your business while doing a transformation project, you're not doing a transformation project. Sacred cows are the, oh, we just do that around here, or that's the way we've always done it. If those aren't being challenged, you're not transforming anything. On today's video, we're looking at sacred cows as part of the Agile Transformation process. So we'll start with sacred cows. What are they? They are these ways that you've always done things, the processes that have never been challenged, the assumptions that get made that nobody really thinks about. You know, we just believe we need to do this thing, or I don't know, the guy who taught me how to do my job told me to do that, so I'm just doing it now as well. So all of these underlying, unchallenged groups of things that we do, whether they're behaviors of an individual, whether they are team behaviors or habits that we do, could even be a bunch of reports that get done every month that nobody actually looks at, or they do look at them but don't actually get anything valuable from them. These are all the sacred cows. When we say sacred cows, it means specifically these ones that people get defensive of when they're challenged. If it's a minor thing and you say, hey, why do we do that? And somebody says, good point, and stop doing it, that's not a sacred cow. The sacred cows are the ones that people, often those who have been there for a long time, get defensive over. Oh, we need that because of X, Y, Z. Okay, but how does that actually help? You need to do a bit of digging into why are these things here, why are people getting so defensive over them? And properly challenge any of these assumptions when going through any transformation project. So, how does it apply to Agile? Probably the number one sacred cow is committing to the long-term roadmaps and plans. So you have to have a plan of some sort if you're a decent-sized company and you're trying to go in a direction with a product. It's not agile to not have any idea of where you're going. You do need to have some sort of plan, and you need to have some sort of idea how you're going to get there. But committing to, okay, well, we're going to build this thing in 6 months' time, is an addiction that some managers and project managers have that needs to be cut off. You might say, all right, we're going to build this aspect and this aspect and this aspect, and we're going to build this module and this module and this module. And as you come closer to them, you'll have more intuition and more experience with it to be able to chunk them down. This is basic Agile stuff. I'm not trying to teach you that right here, but this is one of the ones you'll come up most strongly against, is this addiction with committing to these long-term due dates. Now, even in Agile, the short-term due dates get committed to. People can't let go of the due dates of a sprint. They feel like they've got to have something. So this addiction to due dates is huge. Where that also creeps in is from the sales arm of the business. Salespeople making promises, oh, this will be done by this date. If it's done by this date, will you commit to this? All these kind of things that end up tying up the teams into, oh, well, now we've got to, meet that commitment that sales made, rather than focus on what's the actual best thing we could be doing for the product as a whole, for the service we're offering as a whole, for the projects we're doing as a whole. You get tied into these commercial agreements, essentially, where you now have to deliver to that. And that's not allowing you to make the best decisions. On top of that, you have the vaporware sales. Oh yeah. Well, if we develop that for you, will you sign up today, or in the next few weeks? We'll definitely build that in for you. It might be this tiny insignificant thing, it seems, but have a huge development cost associated with it, and have nothing to do with what anybody else wants. So you're now making poor long-term strategic decisions to placate one customer. Again, that's another one of these sacred cows that's got to go. And it's sacred because sales is going to defend it like crazy. If you've got a sales team especially that still runs off commissions, they're going to defend things like that, because that's what they can use to get them over the line and get their commission check in. So that might mean that you take your sales team off commissions. The point is, when you're challenging and slaying sacred cows, you have to look at the whole structure. Maybe commission schemes aren't appropriate anymore for the new place you're going to be in. So when you're trying to transform into a full transformation project to an Agile business, you need to make sure that you challenge everything. When people get defensive, figure out why they're defensive, and if they have a legitimate need that's being met, figure out how to meet that need and still meet the need of the Agile change that's coming through. So make sure you slay those sacred cows. If you're not challenging those things, you're not doing a transformation. If you like today's video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more of these. Don't forget to share it around so that other people can get some of this value out of it too. And of course, say hi in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Cheers.